Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about recovery and how long does that actually take. So one of the questions I get a lot when I do consults and when my team does a consult, somebody will be calling us about a loved one who has a long history of behavioral health issues. And they'll say, well, how long is this going to take? How long does it take for somebody to get into recovery? So look, this is not an exact science. I tell people recovery is kind of like the stock market, right? Once the process of recovery begins, someone's in treatment and they're in the right treatment and they're hopefully going to be there long enough. It's a bit like the stock market, right? It trends up over time, but it does this sort of day to day. Meaning if you invest in the stock market, you might have a good day, a bad day, good day, bad day, good. That's how it sort of works. And so what I tell families is that, amongst other things, that the one thing that's predictable about their loved one and their recovery is that it's unpredictable. They'll have good days and bad days, right? And hopefully over time, the good days start to outweigh the bad days, but this is not an exact science. And it does take time. And I tell families they should plan for 1 year, right? I want you to look forward 1 year in advance. And I tell you 1 year because we just know from experience, it takes about that long for somebody to not only be in recovery, but be able to maintain recovery for the rest of their life. And again, I mean, for some people, it takes longer. That's just the nature of the beast. And I'm not telling you got to hire us for a year, but typically, even on a March Burnett case, it's 3 to 6 months in treatment, followed by some type of aftercare plan. Well, that means, going to meetings, 12 steps, getting a sponsor, continue with some type of outpatient therapy for the year. And again, after that year, you got to continue to work on recovery. I mean, this is not like, oh, I do treatment and I never have to worry about it again. It doesn't work that way. And I can tell you that the friends that we have made in this space, and we're very blessed to have some amazing friends. I mean, I've got friends in recovery for 10, 15, 20 years, and they go to at least a meeting once a week. I mean, they just work on their recovery all the time. And it's like, and you don't cure somebody with a behavioral health disease. They go into recovery, a bit like somebody who has cancer. They don't get cured, they go into remission. And hopefully over time, they can do the things that are required to maintain, keeping the cancer at bay, keeping the disease at bay, whatever that looks like. And not only does your loved one need time, but I really want you to think about this from a family perspective, because they call it a family disease for a reason. And that's because it is slowly destroying your family. You know that because you're seeing it every single day. It's why spouses start to fight and end up getting divorced. It's why siblings move out of the house. They just can't stand to be around this thing. And so I really want you to take a look at this and say, okay, while my loved one is working on their recovery, the family is going to work on their recovery too. And we're going to do what needs to be done so that we can start to heal the family unit. Okay. And good facilities, good treatment facilities will have a family plan that you can work with. And so that the family can start to heal, because this has been going on for so long, typically by the time folks call us, that the family doesn't know any other way to live other than in this complete insanity of a situation. And so I want you to think about it's not just recovery for your loved one, but recovery for the family too. And again, look a year ahead and say, okay, where are we going to be this time next year? And hopefully it's a completely different scenario, but it's going to take a little time, and everybody has to do the work. Your loved one, their family, whoever it happens to be, has to work on themselves, because this is a journey. It's not like I wave a magic wand or click my fingers and hey, everybody's fine. It doesn't work that way. And anybody who tells you otherwise has probably been watching too many movies. It just takes time. And so if you have a loved one who has a serious behavioral health issue and you and the family are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're tired of the suffering that's been going on for a long, long time, years and years and years, please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help. That's our mission, to save families. And so I appreciate you tuning in. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, I'd be grateful. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.